Hello everyone, in the previous video I made um, some progress. I set up the ability system component to the player and the AI, and now I'm ready to progress the equipment manager. The first thing that I did was just testing some things in the event begin player of my player. So if I play, for example, and say ability system debug and say attribute health and do a max health as well. I have 0 health and 100 max health, and that's coming from the gameplay effect health test, which is this. And like for example, if I override um, the health attribute set and make it 50, close this and play. Now my player has 50 health, max health is 100, and the AI health is 50 as well. Now, what what I don't like is if I give another effect. For example, I made a gameplay effect of health test 2, and I'm adding um, max health and for an infinite amount of time. So if I play and make a delay, let me unplug this and wait. Let's not wait for 5 seconds, let's wait for 2 seconds. If I compile and save and play, after 2 seconds my max health goes to 200, and the health, because the attribute of max health changed, the health got clamped, which I don't like at all. This is very exploitable thing to have. For example, if you have an ability that you gain temporary some sort of max health, then you have a free healing. So I don't like this approach, and I don't like that if an ability has some sort of max health buff, then you get a free healing. And if I plug this and wait again 2 seconds and remove the active gameplay effect, it's getting clubbed back to the amount of max health. So it went up to 200, then it goes back to 100. So yeah, um, I will close the um, editor and I will go back to my rider, which I have open, and in the vital attribute set, instead of doing if attribute equals with get max health attribute and then clubbing, I can say if new value less than old value, right? Then club. So if the new value, meaning if the max health is less than the previous max health, then clamp it. But if it's not, don't do anything. And I will do the same thing here as well, else if, for the mana. And I will set it here. So if the max health goes up, with this the health is supposed to stay like the old value. So I will close the editor first of all, and then I will compile and to see if this actually is working. Okay, I'm back in the editor, and if I play now, I have back the health. Now it doesn't go up, but if it goes down, the health is again getting clubbed So I need to check some other things. So I will go back to my rider again. So I'm back with my rider in the post attribute change. And what I want to do is I want to clamp the health only if the new value is bigger than only if the health actually is bigger than the new value. So I could say like get health, and if the get health is new value, if the get health is bigger than the new value, then instead of to clumping it with the get max health, I can say new value, or rather max health, get max health, and the new value will be the get health new value. I believe that this is, oh, no. I think get health, and the max health will be the new value. Okay, so this should work now, but instead of doing all this clubbing just to check if the health is bigger than the max health, instead of doing this, I can delete this and say if the get health is bigger than the new value, right? So the new value, if it's less than health, and the new value will be the max health. So if this is true, I will say set health with a new value. So if the health is bigger than the max health and the attribute change, then I will set the health to the new value. And essentially what I'm doing is I will kind of sort of clamp the health to the new value, but only when the max health, the new value of max health is less than the less the previous um, max health. So, and if the health is bigger than the new value, then clamp it to the new value. And for the attribute get mana, I will do that if get mana is bigger than the new value, right? New value. I will set the mana to be the new value. New value. Okay, so I believe that now I'm done with this. I will build and run the system, and I will go back to my editor and test again if this is working or not. So now I'm back to the editor, and if I play and say ability system debug attribute health and max health, just to see, and if I play, the health doesn't go up, and then I remove the effect with the max health. So what about if I, in my player, what about if I give an effect that um, it adds the health attribute. So I will copy paste this, and I have another test, which is the health test, and all it does is adding 100 points to health. So if I go to my player, let's delay 2 seconds. So, and the target will be ability system component base. Okay. So if I play now, max health goes to 200. I get the health, and without removing this specific effect, and only removing the max health, the health goes back to 100. So I think I will keep this for now, and this is just for testing, so I will delete everything. Okay, and I will also I will keep this like that. And in the health test, I will delete. I will go to my enemy base first of all, delete as well, and I can now delete the gameplay effects. Okay, so now I can continue with my equipment system, and what I was doing, let me open first of all the equipment system, the equipment manager. What I was doing, I don't know what is this. Um, I had the event try activate by action tag, and okay, I don't know what is going on. So event, I don't have any. Okay, so first of all, what I was doing was from the pass actor tag, I was getting the info from the inventory, and I was doing async load and promoting the tags. So I was having an item in my inventory, for example, and when I was pressing equip, I was passing the data from the inventory. So if I go to my inventory system, to the component, I was from the widget, I was passing the data to request on action request, and if it was inventory action equip, then I was setting the data, the pass actor and class tags, and I was passing the actor class of the reference. So this could work nicely, but I didn't like how I was doing things, and I deleted almost everything. So this is a game design choice now that I have to make. So the first method is like in the inventory, you pick up an item, you have the action, equip, use, drop, or whatever you have, and if you press equip, um, then you send the event to another component, you handle the visuals and everything that you want to handle, and you show up the icon to another widget as well. So later I will make a widget that I press another key and open up, and I can see what slot is equipped and if this slot is weapon or chest or something else. Um, but I also don't like this idea. What I want to do is when I press equip, I will pass the um, information that I want, but also I will remove it from the inventory and uh, keep the information in temporary inventory inside the equipment manager. So um, for now, I will delete this. Yes, I want to delete this and save all. And from the inventory, I will delete the passing actor, and also I can delete this, and this for now. And from the equipment manager, I will close this, and I have only the event I activate by action tag. So I might not need this. For now, I will delete and uh, give it like that. And I will make in the equipment system, I will make another folder and say interface. and I will make a specific interface only for this component. So this will take a blueprint interface and say BPI equipment data. This one will have pass equipment slot data from inventory, and this let's put in category equipment. This will take a slot, item slot info, and this will be s slot hello s slot s inventory slots, which is from previous from the essentially this is where is it, inventory slots. So this is, I'm passing the inventory slot, and I would also, I believe I need a boolean as well to say success, and this will be a boolean, and I will keep this for now like that. I will pass it to my equipment manager and add BPI equipment data. So now I have this this interface. Okay, and what I need is in the content in the inventory system. When I go to the data slots and open up, I have the slot ID, the generic info, the slot quantity, and all the information that I need. So I will copy paste this and say inventory slots, equipment slots, and I will move it to the equipment system. Move it here. The equipment system, I will make another folder called data and pass it here. And I will update right directory references just in case. So the equipment slots, now I will give some other variables. The first one that I will definitely need is the actor. So equipped actor, and this will be of type actor object reference. Okay, for now this will be I can give equipable data as well, which is the PDA equipment configs object reference just in case. And in the equipment manager, I will give a variable, a category equipment, and I will say equipment slots, and this will be equipment slots. And this is an array, of course. So now I can go back to my interface and make another function and say get the equipment slots, and this will return an array of equipment slot data as equipment slots, and this will be an array. So now I can go back to the equipment manager, and in the equipment slots I will pass it the array. So another thing that I want to do is in the items, in the data, I have the generic primary data assets and I have the equipable configs, which I can hold item tag type, abilities to grant, effects to grant, and anime instance. And this is mostly for web, mostly for weapon, and this is if I want. So I think the item tag type shouldn't be in the equipable info, and the effects to grant. Uh, it's your choice. I will, instead of array, I will do it, I will make it single. And abilities to grant is for weapons as well. And I will close this. So now I can go back to the data, to the generic primary data asset, and I have all this information, and I will give item tag type. So all this will be a gameplay tag, and the category will be equipment sorting. Okay, I can close this, and inside my game I have like 1, 2, and like 4 items I made just for testing. And those 4 items is the rusty sword, the rusty scythe, the rusty hammer, and the DA cube, I believe. Yeah. So all of these, the rusty scythe sword, I made some tags, which is equip, or other item do type weapon. So the word is a weapon, the sword is a weapon, the scythe is a weapon, right? The hammer also is a weapon, and the cube, I will make it type chest, item type chest. Okay, and I can close this. So now I can close the enemy base and the player, and I believe the equipment data as well. So now in the inventory, in the set equip data, I can say if it's valid, the generic info, get, actually get my character F, right? Get player state, and I can say find component by tag, and the tag is the tag on the equipment manager. So if I say tag, here I have the equipment, and I will copy paste this, and I will pass the data. So pass equipment slot data from inventory. So pass, okay, and I will pass the slot from the get. Okay, so now if oops, I didn't mean to close. Okay, I will put the breakpoint here. So now if I play, I will pick up the scythe, for example, equip. I have the pass equipment, and the item slot has all the information. So now I can say I can break the slot, and from the item generic info I can say get item tag type. So I will make a function and say query tag, and this will have an input of item type tag, which is a gameplay tag, and this will have a return with an output slot tag, or rather equipment slot tag. Okay, and I will do a switch on gameplay tag, and because I know what I want to um, equip, I know how many slots I want, and I know that the weapon should be in a slot of type weapon. Uh, so so I know what is the slot. and I can say if it's a weapon, then um, make a local variable which is um, slot tag local, and this will be a gameplay tag, and I will set in it and I return the tag. So the slot tag will be equip.slot.weapon, and the same idea is oh, this one is wrong. This should be item type.weapon, and this will be item type chest, and I can paste this, and instead of weapon I will do slot chest. And the idea is I can also go to my array and start populating the array. So the slot ID will be slot weapon, and this is tags that I made offline, like I didn't put in the video just to don't waste time. And this is slot chest. So I'm doing it like this, so I won't be like I don't want to find the weapon or the chest only by the index of the array, but rather I want to find it by the tag that the weapon has or the item, and I can then translate it to another tag. So if I go to the pass equipment tag, I can say now query tag, right? And this will give me a slot tag. So I will save this and that. And now I have the slot tag. Like from the query tag, I can see what item tag I'm passing from the inventory, and then I can translate the tag from the item type, like item type weapon. I can do it like equipment slot tag, like equip.slot tag dot weapon dot chest, anything that I want. So before though I'm going to return, um, I'm gonna check if the equipment slot tag is equal with none. So if this is true, I will return false, and if this is false, that the equipment slot tag has something, I will return success. And why I'm doing this is because in the inventory, I can return a boolean and say after, like, if this is a success, then remove the item, maybe, or if it's not, don't do anything. Okay, and before I return the true, I want to, from the generic info, I want to get the actor class, which is the soft class reference, but sadly I cannot do async load inside the interface function. So I will go back to the event graph and make a custom event, which is load class actor, and this will take two inputs. One is actor to be loaded, and the slot ID tag. And the actor to be loaded will be an actor of type soft class reference. So now I can do async load class asset, and then I can say on completed cast to actor class, and then I can promote it to a variable and say um, item to be equipped. And I will make probably another custom event, or I could make a function. For now, I will do equip, and this event will take slot ID. So this will be a gameplay tag, right? And I will call it here equip. So and here, okay. And now I can compile and save. Go back to the pass equipment um, data from inventory, and in false, I can call the load class actor and now connect it. So the class actor will be the class. Why is what? This should be actor soft class reference. And now I think this will work. Okay. And the slot tag will be the slot tag. So now if I play, compile, save, and if I play, pick up the scythe and press equip, I have the breakpoint, I go in, I query the tag, so I pass the item tag, item.type weapon, so I return the slot weapon. This is false, so I will go back and I will return true. And this is for the inventory. So if I continue playing and nothing will happen, but the idea here now is that in the equipment manager, I will close this and I will close this as well. In the equipment manager, now I can say the equip and I have already an array now with the data that I want to equip, or rather I want to set the array elements inside the array. So I will do for each loop with a break, right? And I will break this, and if the slot ID matches, or you could say equals, I believe it's the same thing with the slot ID. I will do matches, this will be an exact match, and if this is true, I will break. I will break, and on completed, I can say something like spawn actor from class. The class I have item to be equipped. I will split the struct, and now I have the return value. So I will compile and save, and in the return value, right, I can, do I need to promote this? I can promote this to a variable and say equipable actor F, and then I have another interface which says equipable data, and in the equipable data I can say get abilities, get effects to grant, get the socket name, get abilities to grant, get anime instance. Basically I have the data to do anything I want. For now I will get the socket name and say in the actor F attach actor to component, right? And the socket name will be here. The parent though, I need the character so I can get the mesh. So in the event begin play, I will get the owner, and I know that the owner is the player state. So I will cast to player state, and from the player state, I can say get control, get. I can say get player controller, yes, and then I can cast to player or rather, actually get pawn, and then I can cast to character, right? And I can promote this to as character and see and name it as character F. And I'm pretty sure this isn't gonna fail because the component lives in the player state. So I can say get character F and say get mess, and I can snap it to target. So rotation, scale rule, keep it relative. Okay, so now if I play, and I will add a breakpoint as well, I believe this is going to work. If I equip, I pass, okay, it starts loading the class soft class reference. It returns true. The visibility is collapsed. This is the action button, and then the equip. So the slot ID is equip slot weapon. I have for now two variables in my array, two elements in my array. Excuse me. So I break, and I spawn the actor. So if I play, okay, uh, I need to say here set enable enable collision. I will connect it and the collision will be false. So if I play and pick up, I have the actor now in my right hand. But as you can see, I have under my BB player, which is the pawn, I have the rusty scythe. So if I equip again, now I have two um, blueprint classes, and if I equip again and again and again, this will go on and on. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, I will close the item base, and in the pass equipment, I will first promote this to a variable, right, because I need it. And the second thing, I'm going to promote an index as well. So I will promote this to a variable and say index when equipment. So after I attach, I can say get the equipment slot, set array element, and the index will be index when equipping, and I can say make, and I have now a variable which I can say break, right? And I can connect the slot ID. Should I promote to a variable as well? I shouldn't, because I can connect it from this. So maybe a function was better, more cleaner. So the slot ID will be the slot ID, the generic info will be this, the slot quantity this, the element, and the rarity. So, and I can say as well, I can, and the equipable config, I can set the array element here, and the equipment actor F, I can connect it to this. So now I can go back and check if the equipped actor is valid, right? If it's valid, I will get class. I will get the class. And if the class is equal with the item to be equipped, right? If it's false, I will just spawn it, whatever. If it's false, I should unequip first and then spawn the actor. If it's true, I will do nothing. So I will make another faction, which is unequip, or rather custom event, unequip, and this takes also a gameplay tag slot ID, which is a gameplay tag. So, or rather, I could say something like, for now, I could say like, if it's false, destroy actor, or if it's true, I can say destroy actor, and then again do all these stuff. So, like, if I go and pick up the rusty scythe, I can equip. I have the rusty scythe as one. I can equip again. I destroy and equipping again. So this I'm doing this because I know that uh, the data is the same. Either way, I can do the same thing in the unequip. I do for each loop, right? And I can break this. And if the slot ID matches with this tag, with a slot ID, if it matches, I can break. Oh, this needs to be for each loop with a break. So if this is true, I can break it, right? And I can, let's promote to a variable as well and say index when unequipping. All right. And in completed, I can say I can just do array element. The index will be the index when unequipping, and I will make the slot ID will be the slot ID from the unequip, and everything else will be empty. And before I actually set the array element, I will get again the equipment slot, get a copy, and get the index when unequipping. I will break this, and I will destroy the actor, the equipped actor. Destroy. So completed, I can say this destroy actor and then set it to nothing. And I cannot test it. Actually, I will call this on false and say unequip, right? And connect this to the spawn actor, and the slot ID will be also the on the equip. So let's say I will try to equip this. Okay, this is true. It breaks. It's false because it's the first item that I'm equipping. So this is false. But if I go and let's say and let's equip the sword now. If I equip the sword, I set the data. The data is item sword and blah blah blah. Now I want to equip the sword. So the slot ID is the equip slot dot weapon. I can go set the index to 0 because it's the first element I'm breaking, and this is now this equip actor is valid because I am already equipping the scythe. So it's true, and I'm checking. Is this item the same with this? It's not. So I will unequip first, right? I'm checking. I'm setting the index. It should return true, and on completed, I destroy the actor, and the actor is the scythe, and I say the array element. Then I spawn the actor, blah blah blah, and I have the sword. So now I have only the sword, and the scythe isn't um, equipped anymore. So if I equip the scythe and play, I equip the scythe. If I equip the sword, I am equipping the sword without having multiple actors in the under my player. So I am doing it this way because in maybe in the after like in the next videos maybe I remove um, the item from the inventory and pass it directly to the equipment manager. So in the inventory I could say something like I can branch this and say if this is true, it means remove the item. So request to unequip. If it's true, the index is this index. So get index, and inside the unequip, I can do something like um, set array element, and the array element will be the inventory slots. The index will go there, and I can say make, and I can leave it like that because I am emptying the slot, and also I will say inventory is full to false because if I remove the item, now I have one space, and also I will update the widget that I have. So update inventory updated. So if I play now, for example, right, and press equip, I'm passing the data. This returns true. So until the actor is loaded, this will continue. This return true. So this returns true. Request. I set the array element, then I equip. So now I don't have anything in my inventory. So the idea is actually that when I equip something in uh, and I destroy the actor, I send the data back to the inventory. So in an equip, before I destroy the actor and I set the array element, I will pass uh, again the data back to the component. So if I go to the BBC inventory, what interface do I have? Try to activate by action tag. So here, okay, I can say the event. So I can go back here and in the player, in the begin play, I can say controller, and I can cast it to player controller. And I'm doing this because the inventory component is inside the um, player controller. So player controller ref, and I can make a function like find find inventory component, and I can get the player controller ref, say find component by tag, inventory, try activate by action tag, right? And the action tag, I will make something for now. I will make inventory actions, not equip, but what should I do? So I will make inventory. So I will add inventory dot inventory dot equip again. So for now I will do this, and in the event graph, in unequip, before I destroy everything, right? Here I can say find the inventory component. Completed. And in the inventory component now, I can switch and say give another and say inventory equip again. So the equip again is check inventory if it has any empty slots, and if it has, add. And now that I think about it, I should pass around the data again. So maybe I need another interface that passes around the data. Or rather, do I need this? I could say like I have my character F here. I could say where is it? In the send equip data. I could say I can copy paste this. Wait, let me think. So I could say like get the equipable slots, but this returns an array. So I can say get a copy, but the index isn't the same index. Um, so yeah, I will make another interface function and say pass the slot back to inventory, and I will have an output. I can do so pass the equipment, find the inventory, try to activate, yes, equipment again. And let's do equipment. Let's do equipment slot, and this will take an output of a slot. Do I need wait? So in the inventory, I can say pass the inventory. This shouldn't be. In the equipment manager, I can say pass the equipment slot. This is the inventory. I can say literally, I can press here, and I can say now in the inventory, I can close this, the send equip data in the event graph. Instead of doing this, get pass pass the slot back to the inventory, pass the slot back to the inventory, right? Check. And I can do break. And the slot ID, I won't be using it. I can say get item ID. This will go there. The item generic goes there. The slot quantity, the element tag and rarity goes there. So I think if I play now and I press equip, let me remove this. I equip, okay, alright. But if I equip something else like the weapon, I believe that it should go back to the inventory, the scythe. So if it's not, why it's not the inventory? So in the event graph, add to new inventory. Okay, I should say update, inventory updated. Okay, I think that this will work. I don't pick up the cube because the cube is of a type chest, so this won't do anything. But if I equip now, I change the... No, it's not. Do I not? Do I not? Add to new inventory slot. What? Add to new inventory slot. So if I equip, right? I equip. Okay. If I equip, okay, let me go out there. It's true. I break. It's true. This should return false. So if it's false, unequip. The slot ID is the weapon. Okay. It's true. I break. Let me go. Find inventory component. I do find the inventory. Try to activate. Okay. Pass back to the item slot. Is item sort. Okay. Check. It's true. Add to new inventory. The array element is 0. Inventory updated. Oh, okay. I understood what I'm doing wrong. I passed the wrong. Uh, I passed the wrong struct. The struct returns the same. Uh, like when I equip the scythe, right, and I request to unequip later on. I pass the same struct to the inventory of what I'm trying to equip. Meanwhile, I should actually um, in the action tag, I won't return anything. I will um, say like pass equipment data to inventory. So if I compile now, I can say I can find the component, but this is kinda wrong. So I will delete it for now. I will also delete this. Okay, and the inventory, I do need the the I don't need this actually. I need this. Needed this. I will be need this. So I can say this pass to the inventory. Okay, pass to the inventory. I don't know why. Um, So I will be checking it, and the equipment data will be passing the um, so I won't be using this, but rather I will get the equipment, the my player controller, and I will find component by tag, and the tag is the inventory, right? And what I need to do is pass the slot back. So what I'm passing now though is the equipment slots get a copy, right? And when I'm equipping, basically those two are the same thing, but equipment data. Oh, okay. I can make the inventory and I can break here. It isn't a problem. Um, so from there, I'll say get item ID. Okay, might be a problem because this is getting very messy. So, okay, I can say the item ID goes there, the item generic info, the slot quantity, the element tag, the rarity tag goes there, and after that I can destroy the actor and set array element. So, okay, so if I compile and save now and say in the VC inventory, I don't need this, but actually I can break now and I can connect these. The slot quantity, this will be almost always one. Can do this, this, and this. So now if I play, I believe this is going to work. If I don't, if it doesn't, I will be needing to do something else. So now if I equip, right, I go out, I saving the index, it's true, okay, the actor is valid, but it's not the same, so unequip first, okay, I find the tag, and on completed pass back to inventory, so I pass the correct data, right, I set like the inventory slot data, then I destroy and set array element, then I spawn. So I have the correct. I swap the icons. I don't have many things. Okay, so I will finish the video here. In the next video, I will make some widgets for the equipment, and I will be cleaning a little bit and put some comments as well, so I can read the code like more easily. Either way, this is it for now. Thanks for watching.